Hello everyone, I'm Alana and welcome to another episode of the Micronesian News Broadcast. Today's lineup: our waters, Micronesians and healthcare in Hawaii, Governor Cavo's address, weather and community updates. All this on the Micronesian News Broadcast. Cut to intro. In our first story, tuna is like chicken of the sea. Sushi, sashimi, grilled, breaded, and fried tuna is. Well, I'm hooked on tuna. Seriously though, Our Waters is a song written and performed by Marshallese. It speaks of the need to protect and conserve our natural resources here in the islands. Tuna is actually a pretty big market and people are willing to pay top dollar for it. Even sea cucumbers and the land. We should remember when we let foreigners have control over our resources, we end up becoming strangers in our own land. To protect not only the environment around us, but also the future of our people, we should take care of the environment. What do you think, Micronesia? Isn't it funny that foreign fishing vessels run off with tons of fish from our waters, only to go off and sell it at huge prices? And while we sit in the middle of a tuna fishing ground, sometimes we don't have tuna in our markets. Sometimes we even buy fish from these ships.
In our second story, less than 100 years ago, some people in Micronesia were living as they did for hundreds of years. Heck, some of us still live that way, although I'd like to believe that lifestyle is made out of choice. Then, after World War II, people from the Marshalls experienced nuclear fallout, which was done for all that nuclear testing, and the Marshallese were told it would end world wars and bring peace, but that didn't happen. So the fallout they experienced was supposed to be 100 times stronger than the fallout that was experienced by the victims of the Hiroshima and Nagasaki bombings. So with the outcome of independence less than 40 years ago, people from Micronesia now had and still have the right to travel, work, and enjoy some of the benefits of living in the U.S. I mean, we can go there without visa, we can work there without visa, we can join the military, we can pretty much do anything American citizens do except vote and run for office. And, one would think that people who had suffered such injustices would be given some of their needs met. Apparently that's not the case. In places like Hawaii, one man, a doctor named Seiji Yamada, a family physician who has cared for many Micronesians, is stunned that the people of Micronesia suffered so much and yet continue to go on. And nuclear legacy, unhealthy diet choices, racial discrimination everywhere we go, our people are the newest wave of immigrants and will, of course, face some obstacles before being accepted. On a side note, did you know that in the year 2009, when the recession hit America, and specifically in Hawaii, in order to save some money, the state of Hawaii decided to cut off all COFA immigrants that were on the Medicaid roll. So basically any person from FSM, Marshalls, or Palau that had medical insurance, they were cut off because Hawaii had to save money. And a federal judge, because this case was taken to another level, a federal judge ruled in the Micronesians' favor that they should have health care because of cases and stuff. However, right after that, another court decided to repeal that case. So it's very interesting that our people have to be treated that way everywhere we go. Micronesia, let's remember, even though we are new, we can pull through everywhere we go. And in our last story, with tensions rising on the streets of Guam right after a typhoon hit, because apparently on social media there are little kids running around with machetes, they're throwing rocks, they're invading people's homes, they're rioting in the schools. Governor Eddie Calvo of Guam has put into motion an initiative which will allow for more Guam Police Department officers to patrol the streets in order to prevent violence on the island of Guam. In order to take into account the ages of the perpetrators involved, if you happen to be a minor, your parents will probably also be held accountable. This makes sense because if you're a minor and you're still living with your parents and you decide to act like a little miscreant, then your parents will also suffer the consequences. You know, if we could shift that energy for violence and fighting into something more productive like work and education, I believe Guam would be a very nice place. I believe this whole entire world would be such a nice place if we didn't put so much focus into senseless, mindless violence. With that being said, big shout out to Governor Calvo of Guam for sending out your message. I really hope and I really believe that this message will put into perspective the idea that we're all one family, no matter where we come from, and if we work together and we band together to help each other, the society that we live in can be a very nice and peaceful one. With that being said, here are the announcements.
Hey guys, I'm Alana and here are the announcements. September 22, Saturday, 7 a.m. at Palm Terrace. It is the 29 years FSM China 5K Run Walk. And the second announcement, FSM ratifies UNESCO Underwater Cultural Heritage Convention. Now here's Norman with the weather.
Hey guys, this is Norman and this is the weather for tomorrow. 28 degrees Celsius high during the day and 23 degrees Celsius low during the night. With thunderstorms and 80% chance of precipitation and 80% of humidity.
Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Micronesian News broadcast. Like, share, and even subscribe to our YouTube channel. Click that bell to get all our latest updates. Until next time, see you around.